The state of Texas has reached a settlement worth $168 million with Walmart over its role in the opioid crisis. The Texas Attorney General says the company's negligent practices in marketing, selling, and dispensing of opioids helped fuel the epidemic. Cities and counties must sign up for their share of the money, which will fund addiction-fighting efforts across the state. Walmart, for its part, says it strongly disputes the allegations. Texas has received nearly $3 billion in settlements from drug makers, distributors, and pharmacies, and it's not alone. States across the nation are also getting big money opioid settlements. Joining us now to help break it all down about what this money means is NewsNation's legal contributor, Jesse Weber. All right, first of all, what was Walmart supposed to do? Like, what did they do wrong? They're going to say, hey, we just filled prescriptions.
Maybe they should have recognized abuse when it was happening. I mean, this was from the top down. Yeah. This was a case where there was abuse from, not seeing how many prescription bottles were being filled, to not even warning about the dangers of opioid addiction and what was going to happen. So it was deceptive marketing. And the hope is, with these kind of settlements, it's going to go to education programs. It's going to teach people more about what the dangers are, both at a college level, a high school level, in jails where we're seeing a lot of it, and just alerting people to what is going to happen if you get involved with this.
Right. In this case, I don't know that this was happening in Texas per se.
Right.
I imagine it had to, because it was happening in Louisiana and many other states nearby. But there were pill mills and certain doctors who were writing a lot of prescriptions for Oxy in exchange for money.
It was fueling a business. I mean, let's just call it what it is. It was for money.
Yeah,
and people, there was a need for it. People got addicted to it, and it grew and it grew and it grew until it became a business where it just was unfathomable, and people were dying and lives were being destroyed. And now you're seeing the repercussions. It started a few years ago. Every few months, we see a new settlement with a new distributor, manufacturer, pharmacy. And the idea is, this is their comeuppance. Their idea is that, how can we fix this?
Do we expect to see more of these settlements in other states? This is just for Texas, right?
So this is Texas. This is for Walmart. We've been seeing these kinds of settlements across the nation. And the goal is that they get this money. In Texas, for example, it goes to first, some of it goes to local governments. A big portion of it goes to this abatement fund that is managed by a council of opioid experts. And they determine, what are we going to do with this money? They have to create certain programs, whether it's diversion centers, treatment programs, figure out these evidence-backed programs that are going to stop the opioid epidemic. Now, is it going to work? Let's talk in 2 years. Let's talk in 3 years. I hope it doesn't take that long. The money's already coming in through these settlements. Are we seeing the change as rapidly as we want? Maybe not.
Many people in the recovery industry have said that a lot of that money has not trickled down to the towns, the smaller towns and smaller cities where it's needed most, where they need a methadone clinic to get people off the opioids and to keep from getting dope sick and relapsing. Do we expect, it certainly sounds like, with the way the Texas Attorney General has set this up, that that's the goal.
Right.
But it hasn't been happening.
So that's really disheartening to hear. In Texas, when I was looking at this, they have a protocol put in place. They have this council of 13 members, at least 3 are appointed by the governor. They're held to certain terms. There's an appeals process. There's oversight. And if they're not doing their job, you hope that something's going to happen. Now, is it that people are going to get the money directly, or are they going to see advances in their community with regards to the opioid epidemic? Do they feel it on a level? I don't know yet. This is real new. This is new, at least with Walmart, but CVS just settled in Texas for $300 million. What was it, last month? So it's going to take some time, but at the same point, that you hope that they've put a protocol in place, a process in place, where this money can be filtered to the right places.
Why is Texas leading the way on this, or is it?
It's not. We're seeing it in other states, Oklahoma, as we've seen it as well. But
Massachusetts.
But Texas has secured, I think it was almost $3 billion, which is significant. That is the work of the Attorney General's office. That is the work of these cities and these local governments accepting this settlement money, because some of them might not opt in. They might want to still go forward with their lawsuits and litigate. But I think it's a testament to the work that's been done. And we talk about attorney's fees. There is a portion of this settlement money that will go to the Office of the Attorney General.
Problem.
They're the lawyer for the state, so you have to understand that too.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.